glad to know that you are awake and hale and hearty. It's a Wednesday, the 8th of April 2026. Welcome to the Dailies today, exclusively on the award-winning station, multilingual station, Invicta 98.9 FM. And on this program, we give you latest updates from various national dailies, and today's no exception, as we would be looking at 5 of these papers this morning. We have newspapers this morning, well, with hard-hitting stories this beautiful Wednesday. Stories from the Punch newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, the Daily Post. We have stories from the Guardian newspaper, and all of them carry very interesting headlines this beautiful morning. And we're streaming live on Facebook on Invicta FM 98.9. So just go there and drop your comments. We're also live on YouTube. So just do well to subscribe and like and make comments on the comment sections. My name is Job Daniel. Let's go on a commercial break, and when we come back, the program continues.
When you talk of music, we got them here. Information, we got them here. Okay. News, we got them here.
Nigerian celebrities have not been secretive with their mental health issues.
Varieties of sound. Everything you need on Invicta 98.9 FM.
By the end of the night, enter bathroom, fresh up.
It's time to be victorious.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Are you serious? For real, are you serious? Invicta FM.
Abokina wasa fa na yin kyau, ba na ga maka kulab ɗinmu ne zai yi nasara ba, amma baka yarda ba. Wai ko baka saurare na ne? Me kake tunani ne?
Abokina, ni fa tunani na ba anan yake ba. Ina tunanin ta yaya zan biya kuɗin makaranta. Gashi har yanzu ba komai a hannu. Gaskiya na gaji.
A'a, me zai hana ka samu rance tun da kai ma'aikaci ne? Ana ba da bashi har zuwa naira miliyan 5 ga ma'aikatan gwamnati, kuma ba tare da wani ya tsaya maka ba. Kawai kana iya kiran star 5120 hash yanzu na a wayarka. Za ka samu rancen a cikin mintuna 5.
Da gaske? Iye, ashe gaskiya ne. Gashi har sun turo mani alert. Sharp. Gaskiya, na gode.
Kana iya ziyartar ofishin Credit Direct wato Sharp da ke lamba 6 Yakubu Gawanwe, harabar bankin FCMB kusa da babban bankin Najeriya wato CBN a garin Kaduna. Ko ka kira lambar waya 0747 akwai sharuɗa da ka'idoji.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
To jama'a, bismillah, a tattaru. Yawa, ku bar lambar mutum ɗaya daga cikin ku in tura muku kuɗin ku.
A'a, to fa, oga, me yasa?
Sai in ta biyan kananan caje-caje dan na tura kuɗi? To, wa ina iya baka?
To kai oga, ai smart cash masu kaifin basira ke amfani da.
Smart me?
Smart cash, guda ka gani, ko sai ba sa caja.
Kai, haka take ba.
A ji daɗin yin kowane irin ciniki kyauta babu caji tare da Smart Cash. Ko da ko tura kuɗi ne, biyan kuɗi ko sayan katin waya. Babu wani dogon labari, aiki ne tsantsa da cikawa. Zazzage manhajar Smart Cash ko ka danna star 939 hash a yau. Smart Cash daga Airtel.
A gasar Golden Hunt Promo za ku iya samun saman naira miliyan 80 tare da wasu kyaututtuka masu armashi.
Wannan gasar ai ba sai an tallata ta ba.
Ina dalili.
Mahaifiyarta kaɗai ta isa ta lashe wannan gasar ta maƙudan kuɗi har naira miliyan 80.
'Yan Najeriya me kuke jira? Ku shiga gasar Golden Hunt domin a yi da ku. Sai fakicin Golden Mon Golden Hunt na gram 30 ko 45. A bincika lamba ta musamman sai a kira. Tauraro 8011 tauraro 1 tauraro 1 alaman naira domin samun damar nasara a gasar. Za a rufe gasar a 15 ga watan Afrilun 2026. Golden Mon abokin rayuwa a kullum.
Ready to run your money better? Download Bill Station now. iOS or Android Play Store, just search Bill Station or go straight online at billstation.com. Bill Station, no stress, just control.
Duk abin da kuke yi muna ganin ƙoƙarinku cikin iyali kuna nuna so muna jin daɗin hakan. Power oil muna nan da ku mun tsaftace dukkanin ɗigo akan 200 naira mu haɗu mu yaɗa soyayya. A duk sanda ka yarda da mu a gurin yi muna ganin ku shi ne sa muka yi na 200 sashe sai da ku. Kuna dalilin wannan tsari mai sauki ku more wannan sashes akan 200 naira. Za ku samu Power Oil Mini Pack sachet akan 200 naira.
Power Oil, Power Oil. Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Cremella Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Ya daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. I should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Amina of Zaria, fearless in battle, cunning in strategy. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Moremi of Ileife, legendary in her wisdom, selfless in her courage. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Queen Idia of Benin, powerful backbone of a legendary throne, charismatic enough to raise an army of men. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be an exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Uwaraye Emota, rising from the dust of the market square to helping a king claim his throne. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be the exception. It should be the norm. For before us, there was Hajaratu Gambo Amatefio Sawaba, bold enough to speak to a room full of grown men at the age of just 17, jailed more times than any other female political activist before or after her time. I am a woman in leadership, and I should not be the exception. It should be norm. For before us, there was Alimotu Belewura of Lagos, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti of Abeokuta, Margaret Eko of Calabar, Efun Shetan Aniwura of Ibadan, and all those Aba women who stood up for what was right. I am a woman in leadership. I should not be the exception. I should be norm. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and now let's go straight to reading out the headlines this morning. Starting with the Punch newspaper. From the Punch newspaper, this is a party issue. ADC's woes worsen. State chairman block unveil caretaker committee. ADC's woes worsen. State chairman block unveil caretaker committee. Some state chairmen of the African Democratic Congress on Tuesday claimed they had taken control of the party following the removal of the David Mark leadership by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The chairman, claimed to be representing 25 states and backed by the ADC 2023 presidential candidate Dumebi Kachuku, stated that they constituted the National Executive Committee of the ADC and had taken over the party's leadership. National safety requires police citizens collaboration, says Tinubu. National safety requires police citizens collaboration, says Tinubu. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday urged Nigerians to collaborate with the police and other security agencies to effectively tackle insecurity across the country. Speaking at the 2026 National Police Day Grand Parade in Abuja, Tinubu, who was represented by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, said national safety could not be achieved by law enforcement alone, stressing the need for citizens, community leaders and institutions to actively support policing efforts. Group insists governors must answer for development failures. Group insists governors must answer for development failures. A human rights advocacy group, Make Ogun State Great Again, has called on Nigerians to hold state governors accountable for development failures rather than blaming the federal government. The convener, Kayode Olaoye, made the call on Sunday at the unveiling of the group in the Ogba Iyo area of Shongo, Ogun State. NEDC donates palliatives to Borno bomb blast victims. NEDC donates palliatives to Borno bomb blast victims. The Northeast Development Commission on Tuesday donated relief materials, including food and non-food items, to victims of recent bomb blasts and terrorist attacks across 3 local government areas of Borno State. The food items included rice, spaghetti, sugar and vegetable oil, while the non-food items comprise clothing, building materials and financial support. And talking sports from the Punch newspaper, Sporting hosts Rovers in MPFL promotion push. Sporting hosts Rovers in MPFL promotion push. Sporting Lagos will welcome Rovers FC to Mobolaji Johnson Arena today for their rescheduled Nigerian National League Conference B fixture, with a place in the Nigeria Premier League within reach. Punch Sports Extra reports the Lagos-based side sits second in the table with 30 points from 16 matches, 2 behind leaders Aqua United, who have played an extra game. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Punch newspaper either online or you go to a newspaper stand.
When you talk of music, we got them here. Information, we got them here. News, we got them here.
Nigerian celebrities have not been secretive with their mental health issues.
Varieties of sound. Everything you need on Invicta 98.9 FM.
By the end of the night, enter bathroom, fresh up.
From the Punch newspaper, we pick up the Leadership newspaper. And from the Leadership newspaper, vehicles trapped in traffic gridlock as rainstorm damages Kubo Bus Terminal in Abuja. Vehicles trapped in traffic gridlock as rainstorm damages Kubo Bus Terminal in Abuja. A heavy downpour on Tuesday caused a major traffic gridlock along the Nyanya-Kefi Expressway in Abuja following severe damage to the Kubo Bus Terminal. The rainfall impacted parts of the newly built terminal, with sections of the roof affected and debris scattered onto the highway, obstructing vehicular movement. And still from the Leadership newspaper, 2027, only Northerners will decide Tinubu's fate, says Primate Ayodele. 2027, only Northerners will decide Tinubu's fate, says Primate Ayodele. Leader of the INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has said President Bola Tinubu's chances of securing a second term in office in 2027 elections will be determined largely by the North, not by support from the Southwest or the SYI Tinubu-led City Boys movement. Back home to Kaduna, Governor Sani orders probe into LNG bus explosion at Kaduna Motor Park. Governor Sani orders probe into LNG bus explosion at Kaduna Motor Park. The Kaduna State Governor, Ubasani, has ordered a multi-agency investigation into the explosion involving a liquefied natural gas-powered bus at the Mando Motor Park, assuring residents that the incident was not security related. The directive followed preliminary findings by the Kaduna State government, which linked the early morning blast on Sunday, April 5th, to a technical fault allegedly caused by the overfilling of a compressed natural gas tank. INEC launches mega voter registration in Lagos to boost participation. INEC launches mega voter registration in Lagos to boost participation. The Independent National Electoral Commission has flagged off a mega voter registration exercise in Lagos Central in a renewed effort to expand voter access and deepen citizens' participation in the country's democratic process. And talking about the Champions League from the Leadership newspaper, Bayern stunned Real Madrid in Bernabeu. Champions League, Bayern stunned Real Madrid in Bernabeu. Harry Kane delivered for Bayern Munich on his return from injury, scoring a goal and helping set up another in his team's 2-1 win at Real Madrid in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals on Tuesday. Kylian Mbappe scored Madrid's goal after the visitors had taken a two-goal lead at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Leadership newspaper either online or you go to a newspaper stand. The next paper is the Daily Post newspaper, and from the Daily Post newspaper, Dangote Refinery increases fuel price, assures of seamless supply nationwide. Dangote Refinery increases fuel price, assures of seamless supply nationwide. Dangote Refinery has increased its gantry price of premium motor spirit amid soaring global crude oil prices and the threats by the United States President Donald Trump to heighten war with Iran. Checks by the Daily Post on Tuesday showed that the refinery raised its petrol price to 1,275 naira per litre, up from 1,200 naira. ADC alleges political targeting of El-Rufai opposition figures in Kaduna. ADC alleges political targeting of El-Rufai opposition figures in Kaduna. The Kaduna State chapter of the African Democratic Congress has accused authorities of targeting former Governor Nasir El-Rufai and other opposition figures with sustained political pressure. Speaking at a news conference, a party chieftain and former Commissioner for Education, Professor Mohammed Sani Bello, said the ADC was expressing grave concern over what he described as actions driven by political motives and capable of undermining democratic standards. Alarm code of sinking government. Atiku's aid hits Tinubu over 3.3 trillion naira electricity fund. Alarm code of sinking government. Atiku's aid hits Tinubu over 3.3 trillion naira electricity fund. The Special Assistant on Public Communications to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Frank Shaibu, has criticized the federal government's repeated rollout of a 3.3 trillion naira electricity intervention fund, describing it as politically motivated. Money, ethnicity drive leadership recruitment in Nigeria, says Aviation Minister Keyamo. Money, ethnicity drive leadership recruitment in Nigeria, says Aviation Minister Keyamo. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, has described as flawed the process of leadership recruitment in the country. According to Keyamo, when money, ethnicity, as well as patronage overrides merit, the entire system of a country will undoubtedly suffer. And from the world of sports, from the Daily Post newspaper, Super Falcons to face Cape Verde in pre-WAFCON 2026 friendly. Super Falcons to face Cape Verde in pre-WAFCON 2026 friendly. African champions, the Super Falcons of Nigeria, will face Cape Verde in an international friendly in April, Daily Post reports. The encounter will serve as part of both teams' preparations for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Daily Post newspaper, either online or you go to a newspaper stand. The next paper is the Vanguard newspaper. From the Vanguard newspaper, ADC crisis deepens as third faction emerges. ADC crisis deepens as third faction emerges. The crisis rocking the African Democratic Congress took a new turn yesterday as a third faction loyal to its 2023 presidential candidate, Dumebi Kachuku, emerged and threw its weight behind the de-recognition of the David Mark-led leadership and Nafiu Gombe camp of the party. PDP demands probe over alleged land cash gifts to INEC officials. PDP demands probe over alleged land cash gifts to INEC officials. The People's Democratic Party has called for an investigation into reports that senior officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission received land and cash gifts from a powerful minister in the cabinet of President Bola Tinubu, warning that the allegations could erode public trust in the electoral system. Ex-Kano governor dumps APC. Ex-Kano governor dumps APC. Former governor of Kano State, Kabiru Gaya, has resigned from the All Progressives Congress. Gaya, who also served as a former senator representing Kano South, dumps the party in a letter addressed to the ward chairman, Gaya Ariwa, in Gaya local government area, Kano State. Death toll in Plateau, attacks hits 33 as protest holds burial. Death toll in Plateau, attacks hits 33 as protest holds burial. Tension gripped Ongwon Rukuba community in Jos North local government area of Plateau State yesterday as the death toll from the Palm Sunday attack rose to 33. And talking sports, AFCON 2027, Nigeria's Super Eagles get final date as they eye fourth title. AFCON 2027, Nigeria's Super Eagles get final date as they eye fourth title. Nigeria's Super Eagles will have another shot at continental glory after the Africa Cup of Nations 2027 dates were officially confirmed by the Confederation of African Football. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Vanguard newspaper either online or you go to a newspaper stand. The last paper is the Guardian newspaper. From the Guardian newspaper, troops dismantle criminals' hideout in Plateau, kill terrorist, nab kidnapper. From the Guardian newspaper, troops dismantle criminals' hideout in Plateau, kill terrorist, nab kidnapper. In a decisive blow against insurgents troubling parts of Plateau State, troops of Operation Enduring Peace, operating under the special mandate of Operation Mutandaji, have neutralized 2 suspected terrorists and dismantled many criminal hideouts during a series of intensive clearance operations in Wase local council. Group stakeholders urge support for Tinubu to complete reform agenda. Group stakeholders urge support for Tinubu to complete reform agenda. In a strategic move to bridge the communication gap between the federal government and the grassroots, the Renewed Hope Alive movement has unveiled a massive nationwide mobilization project to educate Nigerians on the impact of the current administration's reforms. Labour unions protest dismissal of 75 workers in Lagos. Labour unions protest dismissal of 75 workers in Lagos. Labour unions yesterday Labour unions yesterday picketed Global Plus Publishing Company over the alleged dismissal of 75 workers, which they said followed the employees' decision to join trade unions. The company's premises were under lock and key, while placards displayed at the scene called for the intervention of Christ Embassy pastor Chris Oyakilome and alleged that workers were victimized for union membership. Middle East crisis exposes costly weakness in Nigeria's cloud economy. Middle East crisis exposes costly weakness in Nigeria's cloud economy. Despite a record-breaking expansion of Nigeria's local data infrastructure, the nation's public and corporate sectors remain dangerously tethered to foreign cloud hubs, leaving $850 million, about 1.18 trillion naira in yearly spending, at the mercy of escalating Middle East crisis. Talking sports from the Guardian newspaper, Lukman ready for Barcelona battles as Atletico face huge Champions League tests. Lukman ready for Barcelona battles as Atletico face huge Champions League tests. Super Eagles attacker Ademola Lookman has spoken with confidence and clarity ahead of the UEFA Champions League quarter-final clash between FC Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. For these and other stories, you grab a copy of the Guardian newspaper either online or you go to a newspaper stand. Let's go on a commercial break, and when we return, we'll start to pick calls and read your messages.
It's time to be victorious.
Touch yourselves, touch your friends.
Every day I'm shuffling.
This is my station. But don't touch that down.
98.9 FM.
We'll be right back.
Yana da daɗi, da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella. Ga sauƙi, yana da daɗi a kunu ko shayi.
Yi nishaɗin ɗanɗano mai arziki da daɗi na Crema, cikakke don babban ɗanɗano a shayi, koko, kofi da sauran zaɓin abinci.
Daɗi da ɗanɗano tare da Cremella.
Ƙara ɗanɗano da Cremella.
Kullum muna nishaɗi, Jasmine da Sosa. Aiki makaranta nishaɗi, samu kwalbar Sosa. Sosa apple da orange flow. Sosa. Cranberry mixed berries da orange passion mango. Musha, Sosa. Jasmine Sosa. Musha, Sosa.
Omo bills dey choke. No wahala. With Bill Station, you pay sharp. Light, data, transfer, one app, no stress, fast, secure, anytime. Bill Station, where your money dey work.
Kalli wani kunshi, wannan shi nake kira gida ya cika.
Mana, ai ni ce na cika.
Ho. Wane ne yake maganar ki? Ni ina maganar paketin madarar Peak Yogurt wanda yake a hannunki ne.
Aha! Muna gabatar da lita ɗaya na paketin madarar Peak Yogurt. Wato Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House Pack. Tare da tsarin armashi da ke kunshe cikin tatacciyar madarar saniya. A rarrabawa mutanen gida kowa ji daɗi. Tare da samun moriyar isasshen vitamin da yake ciki.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Abokina wasa fa na yin kyau, ba na ga maka kulab ɗinmu ne zai yi nasara ba amma baka yarda ba, wai ko baka saurare na ne, me kake tunani ne?
Abokina ni fa tunani na ba anan yake ba, ina tunanin ta yaya zan biya kuɗin makaranta, gashi har yanzu ba komai a hannu. Gaskiya na gaji.
A'a, me zai hana ka samu rance tun da kai ma'aikaci ne? Ana ba da bashi har zuwa naira miliyan 5 ga ma'aikatan gwamnati, kuma ba tare da wani ya tsaya maka ba. Kawai kana iya kiran star 5120 hash yanzu na a wayarka, zaka samu rancen a cikin mintuna 5.
Da gaske? Ye, ashe gaskiya ne, gashi har sun turo mani alert, sharp gaskiya, na gode.
Kana iya ziyartar ofishin Credit Direct wato sharp da ke lamba 6 Yakubu Gawanway, harabar bankin FCMB kusa da babban bankin Najeriya wato CBN a garin Kaduna, ko ka kira lambar waya 0700-47-2266. Akwai sharuɗa da ka'idoji.
Gasar Golden Hunt Promo za ku iya samun saman naira miliyan 80 tare da wasu kyaututtuka masu armashi.
Wannan gasar ai ba sai an tallata ta ba.
Ina dalili.
Mahaifiyata kaɗai ta isa ta lashe wannan gasar ta makudan kuɗi har naira miliyan 80.
'Yan Najeriya me kuke jira? Ku shiga gasar Golden Hunt domin a yi da ku. Sai fakitin Golden Mon Golden Hunt na gram 30 ko 45. A bincika lamba ta musamman sai a kira. Tauraro 8011 tauraro 1 tauraro 1 alamar naira domin samun damar nasara a gasar. Za a rufe gasar a 15 ga watan Afrilun 2026. Golden Mon abokin rayuwa a kullum.
The spread of misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech remains a serious threat to peaceful coexistence and social cohesion. False and unverified information, whether religious, political, ethnic, or tribal, can create tension, destroy trust, and trigger violence in our communities.
As responsible citizens, we all have a duty to protect peace. Before you share any message, pause, verify the source, fact check the information, think critically about the content, and its possible consequences.
Do not allow yourself to be used to spread rumors, falsehood, or messages capable of causing division.
Peace grows when youth and women speak up. When communities choose dialogue, conflicts reduce. Truth builds peace. Lies destroy it.
Verify before you share. Say no to fake news and hate speech. Yes to peace, unity, and a stronger community. This message is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development.
Ku sabunta alaƙa da kyakkyawan ɗanɗanon lemu na Tiara.
Tiara ya dace da duk bukatunku na lemu mai daɗi da gamsarwa a koyaushe domin Tiara na da sauƙin farashi sannan da sauƙin haɗawa wanda yake samar da lemu mai yawan lita 1.5 a kowane mazubi.
Yana zuwa da ɗanɗano irin strawberry, mango, abarba da kwakwa, berries da kuma orange. Ɗanɗanonsa na kwarai kuma yana ba da gamsuwa na hakika.
Sai ku daina damuwa gashi kun samu lemu mai sanyaya rai da ƙara walwala a lokacin da rayuwa ta matsa. Tiara yana nan domin kwantar muku da hankali cikin sauƙi da ɗanɗano daidai da yadda kuke sha'awa.
Ku nemi garin lemon Tiara a sachet kan farashi kalilan a duk shaguna da kantuna da ke kusa da ku.
Ku tabbatar kun sai mai shaidar hukumar NAFDAC a jiki.
Waye ya fi iya wanke hannu kafin cin abinci?
Ni ce.
Mu gani? Lalle kun iya wanke hannu. To yanzu a je a ci abinci. Amma da me ake farawa?
Da baba.
Madalla. Idan an gama sai mu yi na wanke hannu bayan cin abinci.
To baba.
Wai yaushe za a daina wannan gasar ne? Ko dan yaran nan su bi ne kawai?
Ai, koya musu tsafta ne. Gobe za mu yi na gwanin wanke kayan makaranta.
Alhamdulillahi kuwa suna fahimta.
Da tazarar haihuwa akwai isasshen lokacin yin kyakkyawar tarbiyya ga 'ya'ya. Kowa na iya bin tsarin tazarar haihuwa domin lafiya da bunƙasar iyali.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar ƙungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Kyautuwar iyali uba 'ya'ya da ma'uwa.
Yanzu lokaci ne na garabasar samun nasarar Indomie. Muna ƙara cin Indomie, muna ƙara samun nasara.
Kamar yaya?
Ku tara emtin ledojin Indomie noodles guda 10 mai gram 70 ko mai gram 120 wato super pack. Ku kai su cibiyar karɓar garabasar nasarar Indomie domin samun damar cin kyautar paketin Indomie mai gram 70.
Yawancin Indomie, yawan damar cin nasara. Domin ƙarin bayani ku biyo mu a shafin Indomie Arewa Facebook ko ku tuntuɓi cibiyar garabasar mafi kusa da ku. Indomie, ingantaccen abinci.
Domin nasara.
Duk abin da kuke yi muna ganin ƙoƙarinku cikin iyali kuna nuna so muna jin daɗin hakan. Power oil muna nan da ku mun tsaftace dukkanin ɗigo akan 200 naira mu haɗu mu yaɗa soyayya. A duk sanda ka yarda da mu a gurin yi muna ganin ku shi ne ya samu kayo na 200 sace sai da ku. Kuna dalilin wannan tsari mai sauki ku more wannan sachet akan 200 naira. Za ku samu Power Oil Mini Pack sachet akan 200 naira.
Power oil, Power oil.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain? It's Toby Chio. My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Say I get a physical disability, mean say my brain damage. I get to physical disability, make you more human being passing me. Now Nigerians, all of us be. We deserve equal rights. We don't need you to pity us. Just to provide the level ground, we include us, and we go take our place. Nobody plan to get a disability, but since it don't be, we decide long ago to live our lives and prove to all, say we fit to help ourselves, plus others too. Next time, if you see a person with disability, look beyond that physical appearance to waiting the person get to offer.
welcome back from that commercial break. And now it's time for you to call in and make your contributions as regards the headlines that have been read out. And as a rule on the program, you have 2 minutes and 2 minutes only. And when you call, please stick to the time, 2 minutes and 2 minutes only. And when you call, turn down the volume of your radio set. Ensure that you stick to the headlines and only the headlines have been read out. And let's have a meaningful and a mature conversation. If you must criticize, please do that constructively so that we do not have to go back and forth. And whatever you are saying, please, you may have to use the word allegedly, because, none of us are in the system to know exactly what is really going down. So sometimes we just make assumptions and make it seem like it's true. But, in as much as you make your comments, please ensure that just keep it simple, keep it straight to the point. Those who are sending messages, please check your sentences, check your punctuations as well, and address the headlines that have been read out. And that's why I always tell people, please, you have to wait till we read out the headlines before you start sending in the messages. Some of us sent the message before I started reading the headlines. So please learn to wait so that you can make your contributions in the right order. Thank you as you comply. The numbers to call are 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989. Line 2 is 07087 800 989, 07087 800 989. If you cannot call the studio lines, you can send a message on WhatsApp. If you have an Android or an iOS phone that is internet enabled, you can send a message on WhatsApp on 090 98 900 989. 090 98 900 989. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. And on YouTube, our channel is Invicta 98.9 FM Online TV. Invicta 98.9 FM Online TV. You can just go subscribe to that channel, like, follow, and make comments where appropriate. We also have some content that you would like to go check it out on our YouTube channel. The numbers once again 081 40,000 989, line 2 07087 800 989. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Job Daniel.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chief Arel.
All right, Chief, go ahead.
God bless you, sir. Troops neutralize terrorists in Jos. I don't know what these terrorists actually want in this country. You see, we are not dealing with moralists. We are dealing with anarchists. What is actually wrong? You see, it looks as if we are not ready to fight these troops. These terrorists. You see, some time ago, I keep on emphasizing on it. What is his name? Gumi made a statement. Gumi made a statement that the terrorism, they know them and they know their position. Up to now, they have not said anything about it. I wanted to believe that have debunked the Gumi statement, but up to now they have not been able to debunk Gumi statement. Let them fight this insecurity with all sincerity. Mr. Daniel, some time ago the United Arab Emirates gave 6 lists to Malami, and when Bola Tinubu also came on board, I wanted to believe that he should have visited those lists and exposed them. If we don't expose them, the problem will linger on for a very long time. Then let's quickly go to Dangote of increasing fuel price. It is rather unfortunate. You see, it is not the fault of Dangote when we have 3 refineries. All these 3 refineries are not functioning. And all of them, the baseline is that corruption has so much been because we don't have good leaders. That is exactly what is causing this problem. God bless our country, Nigeria.
All right, thank you so very much for sticking to your time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Jordan. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, it's John Bosco.
All right, John Bosco, go ahead.
A group urges Nigeria to support Tinubu to complete his reform agenda. In my own opinion, there's no any reform agenda of Tinubu that is yielding good fruit in Nigeria. If Tinubu has any reform that is good for this country outside the insecurity and the power which he promised to solve the problem in 4 months, I have not done anything about these two things. I think every other thing, I don't think there is any credit to him. So for Tinubu, for me, there's nothing I reform but defund. He has defund everything in this country. So nobody should urge us to support him to complete his tenure. I mean the second tenure. Let him even resign. He should resign and let allow people to people who can control the country to come and control the country. Just sit there, everything is going wrong, and say nothing. God bless our country, Nigeria.
All right, thank you, John Bosco. 081 40,000 989 070 800 989. Hello, good morning.
Jordan, good morning.
Yes, good morning. All right, good.
Okay, I still remember Engineer Emmanuel.
All right, Engineer Emmanuel, go ahead.
Let me begin with the issue of this crude oil and the price. If they want to give us a stable price, please they should do. Nigeria are not finding it easy anymore. Who are on the receiving side? The low-income people. Jordan, could you believe you carry 5 cake to a filling station? 7,500 will not be able to fill it to the mouth. You have to buy for 5 liters, almost 9,000 before you have a full gallon. And people will be there and say to them, we should come back. So come and do what? Look at that. How much are they giving people as a minimum wage, as a salary? All your money will go in transport because you need to keep money and stuff together. Those that are supporting because they are getting peanut and the settlement of over 200 something billion a year. Anyone who pretends that life is good is just being himself. Look at the crisis they are creating in the opposition party, and they stand as if their hand is not on it. We know what is happening. The one thing I want to assure Tinubu, he can never be the only person in the ballot box come 2027. Nigeria will decide who will be their president come 2027. All this one is bribing left, right, and center. Now it also told us that some INEC officials receive land and other things. For God's sake, they want to win election by all means. When you are deliver dividends of democracy to the people. Look at the dead now, just have reached up to that something. This one maybe 100 and something. We are just being told that something. Killing left, right, and center. And you say you want to come back. Come back to do what? Honestly, I'm not just so happy this morning. My God should expose all those who put us in this quagmire. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. All right, let me read out some few comments on our live stream. Victor Adiba says, we pray that only God will save us in this country. Hamza Edik Hamza, good morning. Andrew Isa says, watching all the way from Abuja. Okay, thank you. Says, may Almighty. Okay, all right, thank you. God bless you. Usman Isa Bilal, good morning. Solomon Barrow says, 2027, only Northerners will determine Tinubu's fate, says Primate Ayodele. It is a good one. 2027 will be Tinubu against the families of insecurity victims in northern Nigeria. Imagine how will they vote for Tinubu for another 4 years when their lives is no longer protected according to the Nigerian constitution. Godwin Abutu, good morning. Joseph Warogu says, my comment, okay, he says, may God give us a thorough leader like the late Musa Yar'Adua comes in 7. We're tired of these killings, kidnappings in Nigeria. Okay, he says it's only God that will help us. It's only God that will save us from this pain where we find ourselves in this nation. Okay, Sarati Erima, good morning. Auta Elisha Thomas, good morning. And this one is from Abosede Ajayi. May God put an end to this daily killings in our country, Nigeria, and Nigeria shall be great again. God bless Nigeria and God bless Invicta. Thank you. Dalami Iko Wakili says, on the 2027 general elections, only Northerners will determine President Tinubu's fate, says Primate Ayodele. There's an element of truth in that, based on what is happening in the north. May God have mercy on us and restore peace back to our country. Vera Audi, good morning. John Nelson, good morning. Duza SB Kakura says ADC crisis deepens as third faction emerges. This is serious. This is the sign of a one-party system in Nigeria, and this is very bad. In this 21st century, may God help our country. Richard Samuel says, may God continue to help our leaders because people are not smiling with this present administration. Please let the government do the needful. Watching all the way from Kajuru Station. Amax Ibo, okay, good morning. Onyil Inze, may God make it easy for us. God is our stand. Kaduma Festus, may God help us to overcome the challenges we are facing in this country. Saturday Julius Osojan, good morning from Sabo. Young Gados says, I just hope that 2027 elections will be fruitful as things are just falling apart in our country and our leaders cannot do anything. This one is from Sunday Arjato. He says, seriously, our country is falling apart and our leaders are confused though. Then they don't know what to do or where to start to. Okay, Sunday from Karatudu. Grace Boy Suplex, good morning to you. And Beatrice Bala, good morning to you too. And on WhatsApp, before then, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. All right, missed that call. All right, let's see who's here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joe Kane.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
In my word, I'm calling from Kumimashi.
All right, quickly, let's go.
You see, that so rise to 37, 38.
33.
Or plateau killing. It's just unfortunate. You see, I always said, government should rise to the responsibility or to their responsibility of protecting life and property. Every life matters in this country, irrespective of whether you come from a political background or not. Constitutionally, give them that right. It's not even asking them. It's just a mandatory responsibility of protecting life and property of the citizen and make sure that you create a better welfare to them. But honestly, for me, this administration has failed in terms of doing that. Now, Private Ayodele is telling us that it's only not that will determine the fate of Tinubu coming 2027, not Southwest. It's just the truth. With what is happening in the North, it's just unfortunate. For years now, the killing continue, and I'm even asking, what is their crime? What is the problem? We in Nigeria have a political zone. So the truth is that what is happening in the North is just so worrisome. Attack every day, killing every day. Is this how we are going to continue? Now, Atiko, is it Atiko? He's telling, he asking for proof about the alleged giving annex officer money and land. It's just unfortunate.
Well, it's PDP. It's PDP,
that
not
is the
Atiku.
only hope they have now in this country. So they should do the needful. Nobody would I want my vote to any political party, as I don't belong to any political party. But I know that voting is my political right and a citizen right. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much. Just a correction, what Atiku was talking about was the electricity money through his aide, Frank Shaibu. PDP talked about the cash gifts, alleged, now that's the word, alleged land cash gifts to INEC officials. So it's PDP, not Atiku. On the WhatsApp platform, quickly, this message is from Victor from Juji. Where are we going in this country called Nigeria? Akin today in television, doctors and strike. And well, I did not take that headline this morning. I don't think I mentioned that. That's not part of my headlines, Mr. Akintunde. So please check your your comments. I didn't talk about the ending of the strike, all right? So that's not my headline. This one is from Joe Matthew Guaza. Says group insists that state governors should answer to the development failures rather than blaming the federal government. Both the state and federal governments have its own way of failing, so both governments would be blamed. Private Ayodele says only North will decide Tinubu's fate in 2027 elections. He's saying the right thing. The North is bigger than the South, East, West, and South altogether. Mr. Shemang says, may God bless Governor Bosani's rescuing Kaduna State from the predicaments of the past regime. Let the opposition, for God's sake, stop its intra disputes, granting an edge to the ruling party to treat the nation and electorates without congent opposition that is strengthening the leading party. Abdul Hakim Asiobi, the government of APC should stop killing the opposition parties in Nigeria. And this one is well, just take this one, the last one. Akia Stephen from Gomboro: killings in Plateau State and other parts of Nigeria is unacceptable. Nigeria must rise up and call our government, or rather, hold our government, and call our government to end the killings. Okay, with that, we call you Rabs. I can see Ayuba from Rimi Kamazo, and I can see Francis from Junction Road, and also okay, this one has no name. Okay, Adeula Adegbite. Thank you so very much. Waka Waka with the conductor, MC Numbaju, comes up at 7. My name is Job Daniel. This saying, have a beautiful and a wonderful Wednesday. And always, remember, be patriotic and always say God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you for participating in the program The Dailies today. The thoughts and opinions stated by our various contributors on this program of Invicta 98.9 FM radio, its website, and or its other social media platforms do not reflect the thoughts and or opinions of the station. Listeners are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusions for a better Nigeria. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind and